Good afternoon, happy Tuesday, and welcome to Facebook Live. So I am Holly with Handcrafted Blessings, and always looking forward to this time of the week when we get together and look at some happy mail and make some cards together. And all right, there we go. We are up and running. Yes, so it is just such a fun time of the week. So I do have some happy mail to show today, and then I'm going to make a card with kind of annual catalog meets online exclusives. I think it's online exclusives. Actually, no, both of them are in the, I don't know. I give up. I have not had enough coffee today. So welcome to those of you who are coming in. We're just gonna pretend that didn't just happen. There is a amazing thunderstorm happening right outside my window, and I was so distracted by it. That's why I was a little late getting on here. So I don't know how much of the thunder and rain you're going to hear in the background, but it's just my favorite thing when there are thunderstorms happening. So let's get started with a little bit of happy mail. Hi, Jackie, Karen, Jean, Vesta. Welcome everybody who's coming in. So happy to see you guys here. So I'll start with a little happy mail. We've got one from Joanne Dykeman in Illinois. See if I can get it here. And it says, "You are cherry sweet." That's cute. I think that's either Paper Pumpkin or a kit collection. They kind of blur together nowadays. Her note on the inside. But it was a fun pun set. I remember that one. Super cute. The next one comes from Madeline Glover from New York. And it says, "Sun-kissed." Well, not today. Today we are rain-drenched. And then as she says, "Have a great summer." Oh, we are having a great summer. So Josh and I are right in the midst of our moving. So we have, I think 10 days left until we move. Ask me if I have packed one single box. Oh, there we go, Jean. Jean's asking for a box. A progress update on my move. And Flo says I must be waist high in boxes. Well, at home, yes, we have a lot done at home. But in this room, I have not packed a single box. So there's that. But I'm having fun thinking about packing, planning to pack. So, you know, it'll get done eventually. Okay, last happy mail from, it doesn't have a return address. Let's see if there's a name on the inside. Oh, it's from Carol Smith. Oh, how fun. Carol makes beautiful cards. She lives in Wisconsin. And look at that. It's a slim line. I'm trying to like back up so you can see the whole thing. Oh my gosh. And it's coffee. I love it. Look at that. So you can see there on the inside, it has one sticking up. And then it says, "Hello there, let's catch up. You're the best part of my day." What a beautiful card. And I'm like trying to sit back because when I sit forward, I can't show you the whole beautiful thing. Isn't that cool? Very cool. I really like that card. Very nice, Carol. So, okay. Let's see here. All right. Sorry, I was looking at you guys' comments. So yes, that's the packing update. Basically, nothing has been done. So, but you know, eventually, someday, maybe the day before, we'll get it done. We move a week from Saturday. So that is when we have some university students that we have hired to help us move, do the heavy lifting for us. And so I will pick up a U-Haul truck and we'll drive the truck and they will do the loading for us and unloading, which will be really nice. So hopefully that'll help it get done kind of quick. So, Jan, you said you didn't expect to see me today. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe I should be working on moving, but let's be honest. I would so much rather be live with you guys. So here we are. We are going to make a project. And so I'm going to combine two different sets today because I just can't get enough of these dies. I love them so much. They're called the Spotlight on Nature dies. And let me just show you the other. There's so many, they don't all fit on one sheet. So there's two sets of dies in this one. And I love these dies. So I wanted to make another card using them. And then Country Flowers, one of the sets from the, also in the annual catalog. And it also has a collection of dies as well. And we'll be using a number of these today. Okay, so our color combination, let me move these dies over. We are going to use, Flo, you just ordered these dies. I hope you love them. I am seriously obsessed with these dies. They are so beautiful. Okay, so I've got basic black. Well, my card base is soft seafoam. Then we've got basic black, flirty flamingo, garden green, more soft seafoam, and a lost lagoon. So this is my color combination for today. So let's start with our die cutting. We'll have to do some stamping too, but we're going to start with kind of our die cutting and stamping. So grab the block here, and I need, try to grab my stamps here. So we need this one, and we're going to need this one, and this one. I think that's all of them, at least for now. Okay, so I'm just going to pick these up on my blocks. And we're going to start by stamping here on the soft seafoam. And I'm actually going to stamp in Lost Lagoon. Make sure I get a good inking on there. I love being able to see through photopolymer stamps, so you can tell if you fully inked your stamp. Okay, then we are also going to stamp, we'll leave these two over here. We're also going to stamp on the Flirty Flamingo. And actually, you know what? I'll just go ahead and do Lost Lagoon as well. I think that'll work quite nicely. I feel like I'm having to talk louder because it's so stormy outside, but it calmed down a little bit. All right. Okay, so here we have our flowers and kind of our plant here. These are going to be two of the ones we're going to cut out. And then I am just using an extra deckled rectangle die that I had die cut sitting around. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that with Heartfelt Sympathy, because I think that'll be all of the stamping that we need to do. So I can close this. All right, now we need to do some die cutting. So I'm going to take all of these colors and move them out of the way. And we're going to grab our machine here. And we need some plates. We'll see if we can do multiples of these at a time. But some of them I have to line up, so it might take multiple cuts. We'll see how this goes. Okay, first I'm going to take my basic black, and I'm going to set this pot die on here. And then also, oh, I can't get it up. Here we go, the teapot. So we got these two dies. And then we're going to take our garden green, and I'm going to do this leaf die. So I think we'll just do those for now. These did not need stamping before we die cut, so we're just running them through the machine as is. Okay. So I've got a leaf die cut, and I'll show you all of these in more detail after we get everything die cut. So let's just take all of this off of here. well, you can see my pots here. I'll get those extra black pieces off. Okay, I'm going to use the same leaf dye that we just did. And we just did it in Garden Green, and now I'm also going to do it in Lost Lagoon. And then I think I'll also put the soft sea foam on here. And let's see here. Finding the, where's the, okay, here's the dye. So I'm going to find the dye. And we'll line this one up. I'm gonna live on the risky side, and I'm not gonna tape it down. I might regret this, but we're gonna roll with it. Set my plate down carefully. And I'm just gonna hold my thumb over the one that's stamped, just to keep that dye from moving until it starts to go through the machine. Okay, so we'll have our soft sea foam die cuts, just like that. We've got another leaf die cut. You can see how pretty that is. We've got that in 2 colors now. And then one last die cut. Set these over here. Let's see here. Just trying to find all the right dies. And I think it's this one. Get my Flirty Flamingo. And we'll do our last stamped image. And there we go. We'll line that up and send that through the machine. Okay, I think that's everything I'm die cutting today. So I'm gonna set this aside for right now. We can always pick it back up if we need it. And let's take a look at all of our die cuts. So we've got our Flirty Flamingo flowers. We've got some soft sea foam plantery leaves. I'm not really sure what to call it. I've got Lost Lagoon here. I've got 2 black pots. And I've got a set of green, Garden Green greenery. Okay. So we've got all of those die cuts. And then I also had, like I said, I already cut these out because I figured we're doing a lot of die cutting today. So these are 2 of the circles from the Spotlight on Nature dies. So we'll have 2 of those ready to go. And then I am going to take my card base here. For those of you that are experiencing trouble with ordering today, they are working on it. Stampin' Up! is fixing the problem as quickly as they can. So don't give up hope. I think they will get that fixed soon. So just hang in there, because I know it is free shipping today. If you're watching this on Tuesday, July 23rd, it is a free shipping day. Sorry, I should be telling you, I am cutting this to 3 3/4 by 5. And this designer series paper comes from the Season of Green and Gold designer series paper, which is part of the online exclusives. That's why I said online exclusives earlier in my video, because this paper is from that. All right, let's build a card. So we're going to put our designer series paper down. And I am going to need some glue dots and dimensionals. So I'll stick this down first. And just so I don't forget, I'll go ahead and flip this over. Even though soft sea foam is a nice light color, I like the finished look of an insert on the inside. So I've got my piece of basic white 3 3/4 by 5 there for the inside. Okay, Now, what's really fun about this designer series paper is it actually has both very vanilla and white in the same paper. So it's really hard to see on screen, but when you get this in person, you're going to find that this is actually both very vanilla and white. And so you can pair it with either color and it looks really pretty. So we're going to start with, oh, actually, you know what? I need to do a little bit of coloring here. We're going to take these two and we're going to take some Lost Lagoon. And I am going to just add some Lost Lagoon color. I'm not going to color the whole leaves because I intentionally stamped them on a color, soft sea foam, so that I could have a soft sea foam and Lost Lagoon leaf. So I'm just adding some accent to the die cuts. So it'll look like maybe I've colored in soft sea foam and Lost Lagoon. Okay, so we're just going to add a little bit of accent there. And then I also want to add a little bit more color to these flowers. Now I'm going to leave the Flirty Flamingo as they are, but I'm going to grab, I forgot to grab these, some Daffodil Delight. And I'm just going to fill in these flowers. They're not going to be completely yellow because I'm coloring on Flirty Flamingo, but it does add a nice contrast. And with this bullet tip here, I actually don't even really have to color. I'm more just drawing a line in each of the petals because the petals are about the perfect size to just mark up. So we'll get these, get a couple more here, just to highlight these tiny flowers. All right, there we go. So I'll hold that up here so you can see I've added some of that, what did I say here? This is dark Daffodil Delight. Okay, I'm gonna start with my two-handled, well, actually, sorry, I should start with putting my circles here so you can see how we're building these. So my two circles are gonna end up here. They're gonna be overlapping, but I'm gonna start with my two-handled pot. And I'm going to tape that to the bottom circle. And then I'm going to take this plant and my Lost Lagoon greenery, and I'm just going to add some tape here on the back. I don't exactly know where I need the tape, so I'll just stick a bunch all over. So we can grab this greenery. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold these two in my hand, and I'm just going to kind of find a place. I'm just kind of moving it around, seeing where I like it. So I can have some of that greenery, some of that Lost Lagoon leaves sticking out behind my soft sea foam plants. And now I will dimensionalize this. And we'll add this whole thing here on top of my pot. There we go. Okay, so for my other circle, I'm going to use the teapot, and I'm going to also tape that one flat. Put that here. And same thing, we're going to take our Flirty Flamingo flowers, add some tape, and I'm going to hold these garden green ones behind it and find a spot, about right about there. We'll tape those together. And then I will also dimensionalize this one. And we'll add that to our teapot. Okay, so we've got our 2 circles. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top pot, or the top circle, and I am going to tape this one flat here on my card. And oh, we got some nice thunder and lightning happening outside. Okay, and then I'm going to be adding this one, and I'm going to add this one with dimensionals. So we'll get that dimensionalized, peel the backings off, and overlap these just a little bit on my card front. And last but not least, I want to add this, but I don't want to add another layer of dimensionals. So I have to kind of investigate how I can keep this level on my card, okay? So on this side where my finger's pointing, there's no dimensionals. It's just flat to the card. So I know I need to pop this up to make it even with the other side, okay? So where I'm pointing here, I know this has 2 layers of dimensionals. There's 1 dimensional on this pot, and there's 1 dimensional on the circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over, and we're going to take 2 dimensionals, take the backing off, and stick those on top of each other, because that'll help my sentiment stay level. And then I'll just add a little bit of tape over here. And so now I can add this to my card, like so. And we have a heartfelt sympathy card to send to somebody. So it does require a number of die cuts, but if you were going to, mass produce this, you want to make, 2, 4, 6 cards at the same time, you could stamp all of these. These are just 4 by 5 1/4 inch scraps, that I had. I could have, I still can, cut as many as will fit here. So I could stamp multiples here and die cut them all out at the same time. So even though there's quite a few, you really can speed it up with that as well. Now, the last thing I just want to remind you is that my online moving sale is this Friday. So July 26th, I want to make sure I say the date because some of you are watching this on a replay. So July 26th, I'm doing a Facebook Live moving sale. So much of what you see back here, like all these stamps and cardstock, it's all got to go so I don't have to pack it and move it. So I'm doing an online moving sale Friday night, 6:30 Central. The link is up in this video. So click there to join the group so that you don't miss that on Friday. And then again, for free shipping today, there has been some ordering trouble, but keep trying. Stampin' Up! Is working as quickly as they can to fix that. So it'll get fixed and we'll all get our orders placed. So thanks so much for tuning in for Coffee and a Card today. And don't forget to encourage one another and build each other up. I'll see you soon.